Today, we are looking at The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror for the Game Boy Color. The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror was released by THQ in 2001 on the Game Boy Color. It's Halloween, and the Simpsons souls are trapped at the base of Bart's treehouse. Help Bart, Maggie, Lisa, Homer, and Marge reach the top of the tree before it's too late. There are 7 wacky levels to explore, each featuring different Springfield locations. All 5 family members are playable, plus a bonus level starring King Homer, Defeat Mr. Burns, Principal Skinner, Moe, and others while completing missions. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us the channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how is the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror today? Here is our review of The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror for the Game Boy Color. Now, the story with this is that every stage in some way is based on a Halloween episode of The Simpsons. Bart must survive the bad dream house in the first stage. The Adventures of Maggie, the housefly, comes next. The next step requires you to move across the neighborhood, eliminate zombies and other Simpsons characters that have turned into zombies. After that, Homer must travel to Mr. Burns' castle, or should I say Dracula's castle. In the following stage, Homer steals the show once more by assuming the role of a robot and searching for his components. In the following level, conspiracies start to emerge as Lisa tries to evade child-hungry teachers who just want to consume Lisa. And finally, Homer Kong appears in the game's last level. Now, it would have been nice for an appearance by the local aliens King and Kratos. That would have been a real treat for them to appear. If you ever watched the Treehouse of Horror episodes, you can easily recognize these episodes. Now, there are no cutscenes to explain the story, but there is a brief dialogue to explain each level before each stage. The gameplay is kind of a mixed bag. Keeping in mind that this is based on the Treehouse of Horror episodes, it would be bland to simply keep it a platformer with so many different kinds of episodes. Instead, there are different types of stages. The first type of stage is the platform stage, which there are 4 of. You'll be able to tell that these controls are ineffective once you press the jump button. The movement of the characters resembles a slow motion video game. Your character falls at the same rate as a piece of paper due to the terrible physics. Even worse, they jump so high that you remain airborne for at least 3 seconds before touching down, and you remain still for an additional second due to high landing. The A button is used to attack, though it won't really matter if you do or not because your weapons fires so incredibly slow that the enemy will probably catch up to you before you even fire. There are only 1 flying stage, which is the following type of stage. Maggie, who has been transformed into a housefly, and you must fly around in this small bunch of rubbish. I think this is one of the better stages, although you move more slowly than the majority of the actual housefly. The gameplay turns into a wonderful side-scrolling flight sim. You go across a universe that is bigger than your own, dodging bees and trying to stay out of the water. It's unfortunate that there's only 1 stage of this kind, because it was really fun. Next you play as Marge, and on this type of stage, it's a shooting stage, like older 2D shooters. The view of the stage is overhead. You shoot the zombies in this area before they outrun you. The problem with this is that you don't have much time to react once the zombie starts pursuing you in order to shoot it. Overall, the stage isn't too bad, although you will need to use strategy to avoid getting shot by the firearms. Finally, there's 1 stealth stage with Lisa, which is just a game where you have to hide using lockers to dodge school employees and teachers. When a teacher is about to look at you, you must hide because the style of this is the same as the platformer stages. Since you hardly ever have enemies pursuing you in this stage, it is a more repetitive experience. And as a bonus level, you do get to play as King Homer, and this is more of a rampage level where you try to knock down buildings, try to avoid enemies, and eventually climb in the Empire State Building trying to swat down airplanes. The Simpsons Night of the Treehouse of Horror is brightly illustrated, highly detailed, and smoothly animated. Despite a few ugly spiders, each member of the family, Bart, Maggie, Lisa, Homer, and Marge, has a distinct set of physics features, as well as animated resting poses, such as Bart's famous shrug and Maggie's clumsy pacifier drop. The rest of the residents of Springfield is also there. The game provides a kind of satisfaction that can only come from being familiar with the phenomenon. These characters include Apu, Monty Burns, William Smithers, Groundskeeper Willie, Principal Skinner, and many others. On a 3-inch color screen, the Simpsons' home, the Burns mansion, and the streets of Springfield all look really great. Now, this is probably one of the weakest parts of the game. Some of the music is just okay, but most of the music is really not that great. They simply feature the usual spooky fare found in scary games. As for sound effects, there's not too much in this game. There are some when you jump or shoot a weapon, but it's really not that great, and what little sound effects are in this game, the music is too loud that you can barely hear it. And I know it would be rare for a Game Boy Color game to have vocals, but if only you could include some, it would have been nice. The Treehouse of Horror is an okay game. The gameplay is okay in some of the levels, but sluggish in others. I like how the levels are inspired by some episodes from the Treehouse of Horror episodes. The game is a great looking game. The graphics are nice for a Game Boy game. It has lots of details in every level, and all the characters are all recognizable. The sound in this game isn't good. There's not too much sound effects, and the music overpowers it, and what music we do have really isn't good. Overall, I did have a little fun with this game, but it's not something I would go back to for a while. And I probably just wouldn't recommend this. The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror for the Game Boy Color is getting a 6 out of 10. What did you think about The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror for the Game Boy Color? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That would do it for this episode. We do live streams throughout the week, mostly games from the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, and we also do retro games throughout the week as well. And remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you here in the next episode. Have a great day.